Fox Sports app. All right, so the Cowboys and Eagles both coming off disappointing losses, both 3-3. They face off for the first time this season on Sunday, and Eagles head coach Doug Peterson is confident in his team, shall we say. During a radio interview, Peterson was asked to look ahead to Sunday.
All we got to do is try to be 1-0 this week, beat the Dallas Cowboys. We're in first place. And listen, they're reeling too. I mean, they're struggling too. They've dropped their last 3 games. So we're going down to Dallas, and our guys are going to be ready to play. And we're going to win that football game. And when we do, we're in first place in the NFC East. We control our own destiny. We're right where we need to be.
Swagger. Shannon, do you like that Doug Peterson is saying this?
Oh, Dougie P feeling confident. And so is this what you mean by motivating your team, Skip? Is this what you mean? Is this what you want?
Motivating my team.
No.
Yes, thank you. Motivating my team.
Is this what you want your head coach to say?
This is what I want him to say when he's the rival head coach.
This is what Mike would never say anything like this.
Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan, the head coach in Denver.
Yeah.
This is absolutely something Brian Billick would say, my head coach in Baltimore.
Yeah, but he had Ray Lewis.
And that was the thing. And no matter what he said, we cashing all checks. So you hear what Dougie P say? That means the Eagles cashing all checks.
Really? Old Dougie prediction?
They call it
Dougie prediction?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
So in Fletcher Cox, cashing all checks.
Really?
Walking to him, cashing all checks.
Okay.
Alshon.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Money in the bank.
Yeah. Dougie prediction guarantees victory at Dallas next Sunday night. Book it, says Shannon. You guaranteeing too? You jumping on that bandwagon? Thank you very much. This is exactly what my team needed to hear right now, because my head coach is just milquetoast. He is just limp. He is just he can't light any fires. He's going along for a great ride on Sunday night because my team at least will show up for the kickoff this time, thanks to Dougie prediction. Love him.
Yeah, your quarterback gonna get outplayed in his house again.
So just a year ago at Jerry World against the Eagles, my quarterback just in the fourth quarter and overtime went 17 for 20 for 243 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions as my team beat your team in overtime. That's 243 yards by a guy who can't throw in the fourth quarter and overtime only.
And why was the game even close? Why was the game
interesting.
Even close? Because your guy had thrown 3 picks. Even though Zeke had a career day in yards from scrimmage, your guy kept us in the game by turning it over.
My guy had a career fourth quarter and overtime because 243, that's hard to throw for in the fourth quarter and overtime against that defense. And Dougie P's hanging his hat on Jalen Mills is supposed to come off the PUP list and be back. Is that all you got? Because, boy, I think you're going to need more than Jalen Mills.
You don't worry about what we got. Dougie P says
love it.
Dougie P says it's a done deal. I'm taking it to my bank.
Yep.
Like you said, I'm taking it to my bank.
Yeah. All I know is my team has a lot of pride, and I haven't seen much on display for the last 3 games because it needed to get hit right in the mouth by the incoming rival head coach. And they finally did.
You got hit in the mouth in New Orleans. You got hit in the mouth at Green Bay. You got hit in the mouth on the road to the Jets. I mean, how many times?
We barely lost
you ain't got
all
no
3
teeth.
games.
They're knocking all your teeth out. You ain't got no teeth. You're going to walk around looking like a jack-o'-lantern.
Really?
Yep. Okay. It's Halloween. That's what the Cowboys looking like, all the punches in the mouth.
I want to see that same energy on Monday. That's what I want to see. Same energy on Monday.
The Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas jack-o'-lanterns.
Happy Halloween.
All the punches in the mouth.
Dougie prediction. Yep. So I kind of like the fact that this guy really did what he did.
I love
that's outrageous.
What did he say? Name his book.
You know,
it was a bestseller.
He was mad because he said, I know the sky is falling outside, so he's taking as much heat in Philly as Dallas is taking in Dallas. So he's defensive. He's thin-skinned. He's like, do you realize, did you guys remember I won the Super Bowl, right?
That's what he can say.
Super Bowl. I beat Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl.
Y'all can't say that.
Yeah. Huh. We've only won the division 2 of the last 3 years.
They don't, let me tell you what, they don't give out rings, they don't give out trophies. All you get is a T-shirt. You get a T-shirt. And most of them times, they send them over to third world countries, people that can use them more than you can. So that T-shirt, the division, NFC East, nobody cares about that.
So our role started with Philly last year, and thank you very much, Dougie.
And your role will end this year with Philly.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Oh, Dougie P guaranteed
Thank you. Guaranteed it. Way to go.
That quote's probably already on the bulletin
Probably
board,
it better
I would
be.
imagine.
Yep.
All right, still to come. How impressive was Lamar Jackson yesterday? 4 touchdowns with only 7 incompletions. Carson Wentz also threw for 300 yards to go along with a pair of touchdowns, but also a pick. However, Cousins and Stephon Diggs proved to be just too much for the Eagles to handle. Philly dropped to 3-3. Shannon, how surprised were you by the outcome of this one?
Skip, I wasn't necessarily surprised that the Vikings won because they're tough in that building. I was surprised by the margin of victory and how they won. Considering that the Minnesota Vikings had a top rushing team, Dalvin Cook was one of the top 5 rushers in all of football.
Yeah.
I know Gary Kubiak, who's an offensive assistant there. Rick Dennison, the offensive line coach. Brian Periani was my position coach. So I know the zone running scheme, and I know they want to run the football. I was surprised, and this is what makes this so frustrating about Kirk Cousins, is that you see the pinpoint accuracy, Skip. You see the way he can deliver the football, but you don't see this nearly consistent enough. But it's almost like they said, you know what? Philly has the number 2 rush defense, but you got the number 2 28 pass offense. We saw you give up 422 yards passing to Aaron Rodgers. But you say, well, Aaron Rodgers could light anybody up. But yeah, we saw you give up 380 to Case Keenum. We saw you give up 330 to Matt Ryan. We've seen you in 6 games give up 320-plus games to quarterbacks. So guess what? We gonna throw it. And we're gonna throw it and throw it and throw it and throw it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wentz didn't play particularly bad, Skip, is that he had to press. And that's a tough way to play football. When you get behind and you see they're going, you punt, they score. You get a little drive to go, you don't cash it in, you punt, they score again. Now that clock's in your head. I got to take, now at the end of that interception at the end, Skip, the game was already decided. But if Cousins can play like this, because them going to have them playing defense, Skip. But that's the thing that's so frustrating. You might not see this guy again for another 3 to 4 weeks, and then they lose, and then they'll turn around and lose to a team. You're like, how the hell did Minnesota lose to that team when Kirk Cousins just probably going to be NFC Offensive Player of the Week? Because you never know what you're going to get from week to week with that guy. I wasn't surprised that they won, even though I picked the Eagles, but that margin, I'm shocked.
Man, I love me some Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I bet you
Was
do.
he not first cousin? I loved him.
I bet you
At
do.
least for one day,
Yeah, exactly.
I loved him with
I bet
all
you
my
do.
heart and
I bet
soul.
you do.
I wanted to marry Kirk Cousins yesterday, but Ernestine wouldn't let me. She just wouldn't let me out, so I said, okay, I give up, but I'm in love with him for one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly, one day.
My team has owned Kirk Cousins. I miss Kirk Cousins in Washington because I miss playing against Kirk Cousins. And all I needed to know about the Philadelphia Eagles was that Kirk Cousins looked like a world beater yesterday. I've never seen anything like it. He's threw touchdown passes of 62, 51, and 11 to Diggs, and Thielen he just hit with a little 6-yarder. I thought he hit Thielen on another one with 9:31 left in the second quarter. He hit him, and it went down to the 1. I thought he got both feet in bounds. I don't know. They said no. But the point was that was a field goal, or it easily could have been 42-20. So the Eagles got blown out. The Cowboys have not gotten blown out, even though they were down 31-3 and 21-3. They roared back in both games and made it a showdown to the wire game. And the point is that the Eagles looked lifeless and hapless on defense yesterday because they cannot cover the pass. And as you point out, they've fallen all the way to 28th against the pass. They're 23rd in points allowed as a defense, so they're not really getting to the quarterback.
No.
Because Cousins had enough time because he will flinch. He will crumble psychologically and physically, and they never were able to hit him enough to make him flinch, to make him lose his nerve.
Yeah, you got to get to him early. You get to him early.
If he gets to you early with a 62-yarder, look out.
It's over.
Here it comes. So what I saw was a team that came in first against the run. The Eagles were first against the run. And I don't know how Minnesota did this, but they rushed it 35 times for 122. That's pretty good against that defense.
They didn't abandon it.
No.
They ran it, even though they were getting big chunks in the passing game, Skip. They're like, we're not going to totally deviate from this. We're going to keep you honest because they still don't want you teeing off on their quarterback. We got Kirk in a comfortable situation, Skip, where you don't know if we're going to run, you don't know if we're going to pass. So we're going to keep you honest. We're going to run just enough. They only average, 3.5 yards a carry, but that was just enough to keep them honest. And then Cousins could play action, and then there's Diggs over the top.
So I'm going to ask you what you kept asking me in the opening block of this show. Where was the quarterback? Don't tell me about the defense. Where was the quarterback? Where was your man? Walk it to him. who I call bounce it to him, and yesterday I called him old stare him down Wentz, because, boy, he will stare down his receivers. He will lock you in and throw this ball to that brick wall to that receiver, whether defense likes it or not. I don't know where he was. He played okay. He made a few good throws, but